don't you think for a second that you got it all together. I want you to humble yourself, because last time I checked, all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. You need to check your posture. I believe it's the time for us to change our posture. Church, it's time for us to change our posture. Pause right here, because some of us posture ourselves questioning God. We question God and we ask questions that we really should not be asking. I'm talking about questions that reveal the intentions of our heart.
If you're seeing this video, I believe that God wants to change your life. I believe that He wants to change your posture. He wants to change your perspective concerning the problem that you're facing even right now. I preached a word a couple of years ago that I want to share with you guys today. And I believe that it's going to change your life. I believe that there's some people who really need to hear this word. And if this was for you, let me know in the comment section, please. Shout out to those of you who be engaging in the comments. But seriously, like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you're watching for the first time. When you engage with the content, you help me put this in front of people who actually need to hear it. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and you help me when you engage. Now, let's watch this video.
I remember addressing somebody, Isaac, and I felt like they really needed to be put in their place. Like, I see your behavior, I need to put you in your place. But one day, the Spirit of God convicted me. He convicted me. He said, Mark, you have the wrong attitude towards this situation. You need to be put in your place. I said, sometimes you need to be the person that needs to be checked. Sometimes it's us that needs to be checked. We need to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. I said it. We need to check our posture before we think about addressing other people. And that's my problem with the church today. We so busy judging people and criticizing people that are outside of the church that we barely look within ourselves. We are so busy quickly judging people who never came into our churches, and we think that they need to be delivered from stuff, not knowing that the same stuff that they need deliverance from is the same stuff you need deliverance from. I'm talking about posture. And don't you think for a second that you got it all together. I want you to humble yourself, because last time I checked, all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. You need to check your posture. I believe it's the time for us to change our posture. Church, it's time for us to change our posture. We've been looking at people the wrong way, and God is calling us to change our posture. We've been passive in our ability in loving. Can I talk to my text? Because I know I don't have time, but we've been passive in our ability to love other people. We've been passive in our ability in even loving God. And I believe God is encouraging us and convicting us to change our posture. Just type that in the chat. You need to change your posture. Change your posture. Look at the time. It's crazy. But I want to just move really quickly and just highlight the fact that this lawyer, I'm going to go back to this lawyer because I need to highlight this lawyer and talk about his posture. Before we get to this parable, I want us to revisit this conversation that Jesus had with this lawyer, this teacher, this teacher of the law, this religious scholar, this man who is an expert of the Mosaic law, comes to Jesus to test Jesus, asking him a question in regards to eternal life. And here's what it says in Luke 25. I want to highlight something, that a certain lawyer stood up and tested him. It says it stood up and tested him. He stood up and tested him. And if I continue reading, I'm gonna go back to that, but if I continue reading, we continue reading, you would find that this lawyer intent was to test Jesus, and he went from a testing question to the right question. I was preaching this a couple of weeks ago, and if you remember what I talked about, Jesus took a man who was trying to trap him, but Jesus removed the trap from the man who himself was ensnared. I'm gonna say that again. Jesus took a question that was meant to trap him and remove the trap from the man who himself was ensnared. How was he ensnared? He was ensnared because of his posture. He was ensnared because his posture revealed his pride. His pride revealed in the text. His posture and his pride is revealed because if you read verse 25, here's what it says, that this lawyer stood up and tested Jesus. Oh my goodness. The word test, the word stood up. Oh my goodness, I don't have time. The word stood up in the text, in the Greek. What it is anamisteme. That's the word, I believe, if I pronounced it right. But in the Greek, it means to rise up or rise up against someone. It also means to enter into a conversation or a dispute with anyone. So this lawyer, he finds himself standing up to Jesus. He finds himself standing up to Jesus to ask Jesus a question. Better yet, a testing question. Meaning, some questions, I feel like I'm about to preach here. Some questions there are questions, guys, that are not always innocent.
Hey, somebody. Wow. Hey, somebody.
Wow. Wow.
Woo. There are some questions that does not derive from a place of humility.
Yeah.
Wow, come on.
There are questions that can derive from pride.
Yeah.
Can I give you a word? Not all questions are genuine. Not all questions are innocent. Some questions they actually stem from pride. And you have to be careful not to fall victim of ensnared questioning.
Hey fam, quick commercial break. I hope you're enjoying this content. Listen, if you're here and you've been looking to grow your online influence, maybe you want to grow your YouTube influence, I want you to know that I wrote this ebook for you. Those of you who are just starting out with YouTube, those of you who you feel a little stuck, you're trying to get to your first 10K subscribers, I wrote the ebook called the YouTube Mastery ebook. This book will literally assist you in your journey in creating content and maximizing your YouTube influence. What would it look like for you to grow your YouTube influence? Making money with YouTube, making an impact with YouTube, creating content on YouTube where YouTube will pay you to post. This ebook is the game-changing strategy that will literally change your life. If you were looking for some assistance, get the ebook, because I promise you, this ebook will turn your YouTube channel into a money-making machine. The link is in the description. The link is also pinned in the comment section. Go and get it. And do me a favor, tell your friends about it as well, because we all could literally be making an impact and income with our YouTube channel. Now back to the video.
Because if someone comes to you, I was talking about this before, someone comes to you with a demonic agenda, I feel like I'm going to get in trouble, but oh well. You have to discern and allow the spirit of grace to influence you, to impart grace, that they would be led to ask the right question. This is what we see Jesus doing. Jesus came and sensed that this lawyer is asking a question. When Jesus answers his question, and this question, in answering his question, he actually addresses his heart, which led him to ask the right question. And I have to pause right here because some of us posture ourselves questioning God. We question God and we ask questions that we really should not be asking. I'm talking about questions that reveal the intentions of our hearts, questions that reveal our desperate need of breakthrough. Y'all not talking to me. I'm talking about questions that is a confirmation to the brokenness that is inside of you. And right now, there are people who are watching me who are saying, I don't know what you're talking about, because my questions are innocent. My question stems from authenticity, and I get it. I know your heart tells you that, but can I give you a word? Baby, your heart is deceitful. Our hearts can be deceitful. Our hearts can be, type that in the chat. Our hearts can be deceitful because you can ask the question and not know that it's the wrong question. I'm going to say that again. again. You can ask a question and not know that it's a wrong question to ask. You can ask a question about remarriage, not knowing that you should be asking, how can I heal from my last divorce? You can ask a question about trusting people. What you should be asking is, how do I forgive those who have hurt me? You can ask a question about the deep things of God. And what you should be asking is, how do I grow in the gospel of Jesus Christ? And I've been there because I've asked the wrong questions, but I feel it in my spirit that God is about to give you the answers to the questions that you are afraid to ask. There's somebody on this chat that might be asking a real question. You're afraid to ask real questions. Questions like, God, how do I not lose faith in you? Questions like, how do I love my oppressors? Questions like, will I ever get rid of this addiction? I'm here to tell you that God is about to give you the courage to ask the hard questions. I said, type it in the chat. God is about to give you the courage to ask the right questions. Oh my God.
Hey fam, I hope you were blessed by the video. I know I changed a lot. I got a little bit more hair now. My beard got a little bit more bigger. Listen, that was back in the days, man. But I hope that video really impacted you in any way. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe. And if you want to bless me in any way, you could literally support. There's a link in the description. I believe there's a link in the comment section as well, where you can support this channel. You can become a YouTube member. Whatever the Lord is doing or stirring within you to support, prayerfully consider becoming a Patreon. Prayerfully consider becoming a monthly partner. Your support helps me to continue to create content like this and reach people who are far from Jesus. God bless you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.